Oh, you're back again to watch one of my videos, aren't you? Well, today I don't have an average video. I have another or a scary video. Well, I guess you asked for it, and now it's here. Well, so it was an average day in the mall, walking around trading for a long. At that time, I wanted a long really bad. It was not long ago, actually. But it feels like years since I got my first long. And then when I finally got my first long, I was so happy. But when I got my first long, it was a bit different. One of my buddies, one that I cannot name, my buddy, she walked up to me saying, "Hey, do you want my orange long?" I looked at her very confused. I said, "Of course I do. I've been looking for a long for years," I said. Then she looked at me with a terrifying face. Or like a face that she looked like she was scared in. She said to me in caps, but the last word was not in caps. She said, take it away. I don't need it. Please, don't wear it. Do not wear it, please." The only word that wasn't in caps was please. She really didn't want me to wear it. I thought it was because everyone's going to annoy me saying, "Oh my god, but for your long, for your long." Yeah, and I do agree, that is super annoying. But then months passed. 1 month later after that, I decided to wear the long. Because what's bad? The long's not going to hurt me, I thought. But I was wrong. After a few months of wearing the long, my buddy saw me with the long one. I was wearing some few other items with it, so they were rares, so I was gonna get more. I'm annoyed. That's what I thought she was trying to tell me. But no. She looked at me, tears filling her eyes. She looked very terrified. She was scared and sad at the same time. She walked up to me, hugging me, said, "Please don't, please don't go," she said, in a sad mood. I looked at her like, what? She said, "Oh no, it's happening." I looked at her like if she was a madman. Then my screen just got all black. It was horrible. I had my eyes open for too long, so I blinked, which is what a normal person would do. Who wouldn't blink? So as soon as I blinked, when I opened my eyes, I was inside the game. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. And that's when I heard my parents call me for dinner. I was terrified. I knew they'd kill me if they knew I was inside the game. But I couldn't get out, so I was in this dark room. I couldn't see anything until 1 second. I saw a tail peeking out of the dark room. I walked to it. I touched the tail and it went back into the dark. I said, "How is it going back in the dark? Like, who's in front of me? Who's with me?" And then I shouted, "Hello? Is anybody here?" Then I heard a little bit of a crying. Like if someone was crying. I got scared. I didn't know what was down here with me or who. I started to run behind me, and then I saw these two eyes saying, "Help me!" I did a gasp. Then I said, "Oh my God!" Then I heard the music from Animal Jam, but this time it was not the normal music. It was slowed down, and I felt like I was gonna die then, because, lots of people hate music slowed down. And I'm one of those persons that really, really, really hate music slowed down and get really scared easily. So I was terrified. My whole body shivered. I wanted to just put my tail over my face and my ears over my eyes. And then I wanted to curl up in a little ball and never come out. But I had to see what it was. Like, for God's sake, there could have been a serial killer with me. So I had to figure out what it was. Then I stepped on something red. I looked down and my paw was red with red liquid. I only thought it was blood. And it horribly was blood. And I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw a wolf. It was laying down, and it had the orange lung on. But there was something different about the lung. On the neck, there was just, I don't know what it was, but it was some red thing. And red, I thought it was blood, and then I looked at it, and it looked like it had a watery texture. I didn't know what it was then, but there was something under the neck, or on the neck of that wolf. I felt so bad for that wolf. It was crying. I walked up to it and said, "Oh my God, are you okay?" It said, "No, help, get it off," in a crying, really sad voice. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. Though I actually grabbed the lung, saying, "Hey, is that my lung?" And she said, "No, it's not. It's mine. But there's something really bad about it." Crying. I said, "Oh." I didn't know what to do then. Then I heard my parents call me. I was terrified. I really didn't know what to do. So I did what any other person would do. I almost ran away, but no one at all wanted me to run. I heard voices behind me. In my head, everyone was saying, "Don't go, don't go, don't go." Then I heard the voice of the Arctic wolf saying, "Please don't go. Take it off." I looked at the wolf. I couldn't leave her there like that. I was so sad. I couldn't see her in this pain. So I went and I asked her, "How do I get it off?" She said, "Pull it off, pull it off." So I grabbed the lung. I first started to go down where the body was, but the lung was too short and too small for it to go down the whole body. Wait, but I stopped and I said, "Wait, why are you in pain from this lung? It's just a long collar." I laughed. She said, "No, it's not." I said, "Then what is it?" She just said, "Well, it is technically, but inside of the lung, it has this spikes with, I think it had poison or some liquid that made me like this. I don't know what happened. So I got the long and then I wore it, which my buddy told me not to. And I did it anyways because I was so proud, but after a while, I never wanted to wear it again. My screen went black like yours did, young one. And then I was stuck here forever. Forever. I started to cry. Hearing her sad story, I was like, don't worry, I'll get it off. I grabbed the long and I pulled it up where her face was. There were scratches, red scratches. I got terrified and she started to scream. But then, her ear and her snout looked up and the ear went down like if she was ready for me to pull it off, clearly. See, her face started to look like a stick, so I grabbed it and pulled it up. Luckily, I got it off, and then I asked her, do you want to come with me to the mall? She said, yes, please. Anything to get away from here, please. But then she looked at me again. She said, no. I said, what? You just said you wanted to. I was like, I'll come, but just do not touch me. I looked up at my neck and the long was right there. I screeched. She covered her ears from how loud my screech was. I bit it, I pulled it, but then it just hurt more. I pulled it off with my paws, my back 2 legs, tried to get it off, but my legs weren't long enough to touch it. I was horrified. I tried to leave through the door, but it wouldn't let me go back to the mall. I just told her, just leave me. She looked at me sadly, and she said, okay, and she walked away. I don't know why I told her just to leave me there. So I was lonely. About a day later, I just couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my long, and I just pushed it right into my fur. It was painful, but I luckily did survive from it. I don't know how I survived. Well, I guess I survived when I blinked, because I saw. And when I blinked, I was totally fine. I blinked, then I was out of the game. I smiled and I screamed, yes, I'm out! My parents looked for me. Somehow they didn't see me when I was in my room for the first time. Then she looked back and my mom ran and hugged me. That's what a normal mom would do. But then I looked at my computer and I saw my animal suffering. I didn't want my animal to suffer like this. So I logged out. And then a few minutes later I logged back in and I was still in that dark room. Oh, the story was horrible. I cannot believe it happened to me. My poor animal suffered. I had to create a new account. And that account was Spinny Boys. My own account name was not to be named. Is not to be named. But I will remember that animal. My suffering animal. My poor Arctic wolf suffering with just that orange long. And that's how I survived. I was lucky to leave right before my animal just fell to the floor. And just she couldn't take it anymore. I looked at my animal suffer for a while, and then I saw the door open. It was a bunny. I smiled, and my animal looked at the bunny, really, really sad. And my animal screamed, "Help!" And the bunny did the same thing what I did to that Arctic wolf. She pulled it up my face and I yelped. My animal screaming. And I thought in my mind, how could this happen? This is a spinning kids game. Then I was out. The bunny took my place. But after one day, my animal couldn't take it, since I did have those marks on my neck still, that I just couldn't take it. And I just fell to the floor, and then I had to create my new account. I will always remember my poor Arctic wolf. I will always remember her.